Hey man, I can't stop smiling. You already know. I mean, I've been smiling for days now. I've been waiting for almost what 4 years for this day.
I want to talk to you a little more. Tell me your story. Like you're working in the armed forces.
When we met, I used to be a DoD contractor, and I'm an honorable discharge. I got out in 2014.
Tell me the steps you took to try to get your wife approved before we met, and what did you go through?
I initially started the process back in 2016, right? I got my national visa letter approved February 2017. My wife, she had the visa sometimes in February 2018. And initially, once she got the visa interview, she initially got denial. I was really
Yeah.
frustrated. I was angry. I was mad. There's not like really justification on why she got denied. I contacted the National Visa Center. I contacted the State Department many times. I contacted the consulate, and all I get is just an auto response saying that we cannot really give it the answer on why she's still on AP or administration process.
How long did this go on for?
So almost for 2 years.
2 years?
And, and I did hire two lawyers prior to talking to you that have not done anything. All they did is sending emails back and forth using the names as something, they should get a response back. It was with some money, obviously, and it was more frustrating because I still have not gotten an answer on why she's still on administration process. And for a guy like me who joined the service, got the honorable discharge, I never had a felony, never got arrested, none of that. And this is like the thank you I get. You're gonna put me on our AP for almost 2 years. I mean, you can tell from my tone, I'm still get emotional about it because a little
And
bit.
how was your wife dealing with this?
It was tough on both of us. We got married so we can be in one house, so we can have that steady, stable life, be happy together. So it was frustrating on both of us. I personally, I know a lot of people went through divorce because they couldn't wait any longer. But then after having the answer why like you went through an AP or administration process, it added fuel to the fire as well. So we
Hmm.
were really patient about it. She was really supportive about it. I was really supportive about it as well. We tackled it together so we can
What other
finally.
things did you do to try to get this case unstuck?
I tried everything. Back in 2019, I took a trip to Sudan to meet up with the consulate to find answers. And I still have not found any answer on why she's still on administration process. Until one day, obviously, I met you though.
And it must have been hard too, because your wife, you're now a father, right?
Yes, it is. And
Congratulations.
thank you. July 27, 2020, I had my first baby.
Amazing. Amazing. Expecting a child might probably added more pressure to your situation too, right?
It did because I had my child before my wife gets a visa. So I'm like, okay, what I'm gonna do now? He can have the U.S. passport or the U.S. citizenship easily through me though, but I'm not gonna leave my son behind. So it cost me to leave my job. So I had to resign from my job so I can be with my family in Sudan. I mean, this process goes deep. I wish someone understand the frustration and exhaustion that it goes into your family, dealing with this thing.
How did you come across me, by the way?
I did a lot of research, especially after I had those two lawyers and I felt like they haven't done anything good to me. So I did a lot of research. I found a lot of YouTubers specifically talk about, 221G, and going through all that research, somehow someone refer your name or mention your name on one of those comments. I'm like, so who's this guy Josh? Let me figure him out. Let me see what is he all about. So I go on Facebook, I go on YouTube, I read all the comments. I did Google Map too so I can see your office, make sure this guy's legit. I went through the whole 10 yards so I can find out who this guy Josh is. That's how I came up to your find out about your group on Facebook, all this visual educational that you throw out every now and then. And I'm like, okay, this guy's really he knows the thing. So I need to talk to this guy.
When people talk to me and they're thinking about doing the lawsuit, they're like you. They've already hired other lawyers. The lawyers took their money. They didn't get anywhere. So they're frustrated and they're skeptical. What would you tell someone who's in that situation? They've already hired a lawyer, and here I am, another lawyer. What would you say?
The value of having your family is way higher than keeping your money in your account. You got to do whatever you got to do to bring your family and live in one house. I went through the whole process. I know the pain. I'm still suffering from it and everything. Once I hired Josh, this man right here, he said 6 to 8 weeks, 6 to 12 weeks is definitely worth it. I didn't give it 6 more months. I got the result. He's efficient. He's really, really good on responding to your text messages, your phone calls, your email. Really efficient about his job. I'm not saying that because I hired the guy and I got my visa, but it's all fact. I'm not sugar-coated anything. You really efficient about responding back on text messages or by email or by phone calls. And that's what I like about it. And you keep me within the loop. Every action you take, you keep me with the loop. And that's what I like about it.
How did it feel when you finally got the visa issued, when your wife finally got the visa? What was your reaction to that?
I felt like I climbed to Mountain Everest, like all the way to the top. Like I started from the bottom, I'm all the way to the top now. I'm like, no, I'm untouchable, right? A lot of stress came out of your shoulder. You feel like real lightweight. You can enjoy life now without worrying about USCIS, without calling the National Visa Center, without dealing with the State Department or the consulate back in whatever country you're from. It's really, really good, awesome feeling. I mean, you finally, after almost 4 years, once I started the initial process, I finally got what I wanted. And I'm glad I kept patient with it.
You know, a lot of people I talk to who are thinking they're stuck, they're in administrative processing, the visa's not going anywhere, they hit a brick wall. They say, well, I don't know if I should do this because the consulate's closed. And you just got a visa from a consulate that's supposed to be closed. What would you say to that?
Make sure your sources are correct. The consulate initially is supposed to be closed due to many factors. One of those factors is COVID-19. The team member or the staff that have shortened the staff or not. So I think they're working behind closed doors and they're using that COVID-19 as an excuse not to come up with the right answer or satisfy your answer, come with the solution, and so you can be happy with it. My thing is keep on pushing.
So another thing that people say to me is, I want my visa, but I don't want to file a lawsuit. If I file a lawsuit, the consulate's just going to get mad at me and they'll deny my case. Well, how do you respond to that?
Don't be scared. Just get it done. Just do it. No one's going to shut you down and kick you out because you file a lawsuit, and which is your right. File the lawsuit if you by law.
Let's say that you had not hired me, didn't do the lawsuit, and that you just tried to wait it out. Where do you think you'd be right now?
I'd definitely be divorced. Or be in Sudan and just give up all my dreams and all my hopes to make a better living for everybody, for me and for my family. And I'll just be stuck out here. And God knows for how long. I'm glad I hired you because their response the last 4 years is the same. What makes you think it's not going to be the same for the next 4 years? But yeah, I'll be definitely in a worse shape than I am right now.
So now you have your visa, you have your family. What's next for you? Where are you headed?
I'm going to bounce out from here probably next week. I'm going to go to Dubai for like a week just to say hi to my family there. And then I'm going to go to Chicago. From Chicago, we're going to go to Vegas, just take a road trip and just to show my wife and my new son how beautiful life is down there.
That's amazing. That sounds incredible. Again, I'm so happy for you. And I want to thank you for hiring me, for taking a chance, for trusting me with the awesome responsibility to get your case approved. It's such an honor and a privilege to be a small part of your success. And I hope you stay in touch with me. I hope you don't need my help anymore, but I hope you stay in touch with me so I can follow your journey.
No, I'm gonna need you for that green card.
Well, we'll get you there. We'll get you there.